You're live.
We're live?
Yeah,
This is on.
we're live. Let's see. I'm going to go. I will change the title of that. But
As long as you have the day 16 there for VEDA.
yeah. So let's see.
More water.
Live. Says we're live. Let's go to this. Hey, look at us. I have this turned down. We can't hear it. So.
I will be right back. Just
All right. I will keep everyone entertained. Hey, how are you guys doing? And I wonder where she went. So, day 16 of VEDA. Forgive the vape. Let's see. If you could go check the live stream on the TV.
On the TV?
Yeah, so you can see. Did you put it up on the other?
On my laptop.
On your laptop? Is it sounding good?
I'll check it on TV.
All right, I'm going to continue talking. We're doing a sound check here, and we will find out how everything's going. So I might adjust that camera. It's a little high. It's all the way up there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that while we're waiting for people to join us. So if you're watching this after the fact, welcome. Glad you can
it's fine.
Watch the stream.
The sound is fine, by the way.
All right. Fantastic.
Sounds really good.
Sounds really good. Okay. We are live streaming now. And we're going to get into a couple of topics here. We had a really fun weekend. Kina's coming back in to join.
I'm back.
Fantastic.
All right, so you want to talk? You mentioned we had a fun weekend.
Oh, we had a great
actually
weekend.
Just got back from our fun
literally,
weekend. Literally
came in, got this all set up, and then now we're starting the stream as quickly as we possibly could.
Yeah, because we still haven't had dinner, and I might be hangry on this live stream.
Oh no, nobody will like her when she's hangry.
So, do you want to talk about the weekend?
Yeah, let's talk about the weekend. We went with my brother and sister-in-law, to St. Augustine yesterday. We left yesterday morning, and we just got back about an hour ago, I think.
We did a lot of the touristy stuff that is fun to do in St. Augustine, like going to the fort, walking down the different shops, window shopping, doing the wine tasting tour. That was really fun. But we did a lot of nerdy things too. Checked out a shop that had a lot of things, a lot of nerdy things, board games, pops, figures, comic books. So we will do a short video on that sometime this week or next week, as well as some shorts. But what we're going to drink today is one of the wines from the wine tasting.
Yeah, this is from the San Sebastian winery, and it is the cream sherry. It's an American dessert wine, which we're going to drink before dinner. 18% alcohol by volume. It is cellared and bottled by San Sebastian Winery, St. Augustine / Claremont, Florida. If you want to take a look at the bottle there. It's a very, very nice wine. It's very sweet with sherry, and see some of the notes I got from this. I'm trying to remember. I'll let you know here live in a second.
Clean the carpet.
So we got 4 people watching.
And this is best at room temperature, so we kept it out of the fridge. Even though I prefer wine cold, but this tastes really good.
And we also got these glasses from the San Sebastian winery. That one there's got the logo for the winery, and she's got the big S for San Sebastian on hers. Oh, it's good. Taste the sherry in it. It's kind of fruity, almost cherry.
Mm-hmm. So, since we're having wine today, we may talk about one of our favorite games, viticulture, because that's based about wine. But if we don't have time, we'll save it for another day.
Yeah.
This is only our live stream. We want to talk about a mini haul because we mentioned some of the nerdy things that we did in St. Augustine and then on our way home from St. Augustine, and we did pick up some stuff.
Yeah, we went to a lot of shops. There's some really cool shops. We got a bunch of video footage and stuff like that for you guys, both in St. Augustine and Ocala on our way home. And we stopped at a place called Brown Coats Comics, Games and Collectibles, I think is the name of the place. And it was awesome. I've been wanting to get us into some painting of miniatures. And this is something I picked up. It is the Epic Encounters Arena of the Undead Horde. And it contains a bunch of miniatures and a mat. It's a double-sided map of encounters, and along with some books in here, or a book in here that has adventures. I don't know how many adventures it has. I haven't opened it yet, but we're going to sit down one day, maybe on a stream, maybe not, and paint some of these miniatures along with some other D&D miniatures, because I want to start running a D&D session for us. And
are you gonna open it now?
Yeah, I can open it.
Okay.
If you want to start talking about another game, or
okay. So while you're opening that, I'll finish up our mini haul because it really was mini. You got that, and I got something. But in that same store, had a bunch of board games, and I'm looking for a party game that actually could be played. It would be really fun to play when you're drunk as well. And I just couldn't think or decide on a game. And we were there with my in-laws who are the ones that come to the board game night. So I'm like, why don't I just have, my sister-in-law have her choose?
She turned getting a board game into a game.
Yeah, isn't that fun? So I chose I narrowed it down to about 4 games. It was crosswords, drop it, superset. Was it superset?
Set it up.
Set it up. And then a voodoo game. And out of those, she narrowed it down to set it up and crosswords. And she's really into, you can see it right there on the screen. I was trying to keep it hidden for some like suspense, but she chose crosswords, which is a game that reminds me a bit of a game called Clover.
Yes.
Where both of them, you have words that are beside each other, and you have to give clues that will match both of those words so people can guess where the connection or lack of a better word, where it fits. So we'll do a better explanation of this when we play it, because this is one that probably would be good to do a live play of if we can get people who will agree to it, because it is 3 to 6 players. So it can't just be me and you.
Yeah, if it's anything like Clover, it's going to be a good time. I really enjoyed Clover, and I can't wait to enjoy that one as well. Now, I have here the Epic Encounters book that came in the game, and this book contains a one-shot adventure including stat blocks and information, story hooks, and other narrative elements of a one-shot D&D adventure, 5e compatible. And then it also contains these 40 miniatures, which are really freaking cool. I kind of want to run this game in kind of a grim, dark world. So I thought, why not get some undead foes for my players to face off against? And this is really tightly tight. Oh, it's got tape right there. Oh my. There we go. Let's see if we can get some of these out here. So starting out with the little guys here, we got a skeleton here holding a sword. We got several of him, and then we got this archer skeleton here, looking all savage in his archery attire. And what else we got here? We got a couple others. We got going away from, looks like we got some sort of lich creature, which is a skeleton that's been animated of a creature. And then we got kind of like a centaur / horse-headed undead creature lich thing. So a lot of interesting minis for the players to face off against, including these big bad boys here, big skeletal knights with giant hammers. So it's pretty cool. I can't wait to come up with other adventures using this, because this is just a base set to create, not only go on the campaign or the one-shot adventure that comes with these, but also to use these in further stories and other stories as villains and fodder for your players to stomp, or to stomp your players. That's the way it goes is more often than not. And it also has the map here, which is a double-sided map that gets referenced in the campaign. So there's one side of it and there's the other side of it. They're kind of similar sides, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of similar in texture. Oh yeah, similar colors, but a different map. So we got this one here. Try to get it where the glare isn't showing as much, like that. And then we got this side here, which is different. Yeah. So that's what comes in the box. So all of that for was it $45? No, it's $50. It's $50, and you get all 40 miniatures and all that. It's pretty cool.
Okay, and the one that I got, because I forgot to mention price, it was only $25.
$25.
And I guess I can open it up and show what's in the box for that one.
What's in the
too.
box?
Yeah, it's always good to know what's in the box. And I'll need a refill on my wine in a minute. But, oh, good. That was nice and simple to open up. I say right when, thought I was going to encounter some tape. Some markers, baggies are included. So you have the clues. Yeah, it's three-letter word things. So they have starts with a 3-letter word. So they're gonna have a bunch of clues, and then you're gonna have some stuff to punch out. The stuff that you're guessing. Because you put the words on there, on those. Let me look at the rule book.
This is a lot bigger than I thought it was. I thought it'd be a little tiny thing.
I thought so too. So you'll have the words. So with these that you have here that we have to punch out, you're going to put the word on there. And then you're going to have the clue. Let's see if you can see it. Can't really see that.
Yeah, you really can't see
you really can't see it.
Yeah. So you put the clues in the corners on this thing here. You set it up with all the clues around according to what words you put.
Let's see how they have it.
Oh yeah, you put the words on the circle tiles
Mhm.
in these spaces. So it's very much like Clover. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do a video about this game.
Yeah, I was glad that she picked this one because I think when we played Clover at the board game convention, it was really fun and it went by quick. So this one feels a lot the same.
Yeah, it does.
Well, we just looked at the rules on the back, didn't open the box as you saw. So that's the reason why not really sure completely how to play it because we had never heard of it before going into this store today.
Yeah.
So I still want to get Clover, and then maybe we can do a mashup of a comparison of the two of them.
Yeah,
gameplay.
definitely. Because Clover, it feels different than this, but a similar mechanic.
Right.
And that's not bad. That's fun. A new way to play a similar mechanic. I always like that.
Mm-hmm. This is very cathartic, punching these out, but I will save that for another day. I won't do it right here on the live stream.
She says that she keeps doing it.
I just did one. There really aren't that many of these.
Oh, yes, the excuses we tell ourselves.
I tell you. So if you're ever stressed out, you could try punching bubble wrap, and you could try punching out board game
while
pieces.
She's doing that, I'm going to go back to the St. Augustine thing.
Yes.
And talk about St. Augustine itself and some of the things that we did because we didn't get into that. But St. Augustine is not only Florida's oldest city, but it is also America's oldest still operating city. It's been operating since long before America was founded by the Spaniards. And if I'm remembering correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's a city on the east coast of Florida, south of Jacksonville, and it is a very touristy but awesome place. It's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to do, restaurants and shopping, and it's just a beautiful area. And we're going to be releasing videos about our trip that will include a lot of footage from the trip. There's this old Spanish fort that was built there, and it changed hands many times through history, and it's really cool, really nice to look at, and a really great place to visit. The nerdiest thing we did there was we went to a place. It was a collectibles store. Mythics. We have again a video that shows the title or
that's coming up this week or next week. So we'll definitely get that in during VEDA, video every day in April.
Yep, you're going to be seeing some videos of that and some of the videos of the stuff that we did. We went to 3 phenomenal restaurants while we were there. First, we went to the full service station and had jalapeno popper burgers, and holy crap. If you don't think that sounds good, you're not my friend. It's not playing. But these were 2 grilled patties wrapped around cheddar and cream cheese with jalapenos inside, grilled, and then breaded in panko, and then flash fried in like that wonderful batter that they put on a jalapeno popper. And then when you bite into it, you get all those juices and cheese, and it's just really good.
So, what else do you want to talk about?
Well, I'll just say the other 3. We went to Mojo's Barbecue last night. Had a great meal there. Burnt tips were awesome. And then last but not least, we went to 123 Burgers. I want to say.
Yeah, that was good.
It was really good. I don't know exactly the name of it. We'll let you know. I'm terrible with names. If you guys haven't figured this out yet.
thought it was 23, but I missed the
23.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
didn't see the one because you said 1, 2, 3. I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't see the one.
123, I think, or 123. I
Jake
think so.
would know.
Jake would know.
But I thought I just saw. I know I only saw the 2 and the 3, so I thought it was 23. But I could have missed that one. And
I was looking for my phone, but it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. So, what else are you talking? I keep asking because I don't want to cut you off and start talking about anything else.
That collectibles store, I keep getting distracted. It's been a long couple of days.
Mhm.
So we have a, hey there, grabbing some In and Out. That was best at Star Trek. Hey
Oh,
there,
cool.
grabbing some In and Out.
Hi.
Oh, nice.
In and Out
I think it's burgers,
right?
Yeah.
That was the highlight of the weekend for us, food wise. Burgers.
The burger, yeah, the 2 burgers were really the highlight. You're right, because when we got to the barbecue place, our stomachs from walking so much, most of it's in there.
Yeah,
in the
that's
kitchen.
gonna be dinner
Brought it home with
tonight.
us.
So thank goodness we don't have to cook.
Yeah.
But the jalapeno popper burger from the
Full
service, and then the burger from 123 or 23, whatever
23,
it's
123,
called.
yeah.
But I've never had In and Out. Have you?
I have. Yeah, it's I'm in Yorba Linda, California.
Nice.
Nice,
I kind of
man.
thought
All right.
because I know that's a popular franchise there, isn't it? Isn't In and Out?
They said
really...
they've been enjoying all the recent videos.
Oh,
well, thank you for
cool.
watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we didn't do cheers. Cheers to everyone
Cheers to
watching.
all of you.
I keep doing that this way. Really should be going this way.
Oh, that's good.
So a game that if you're down, if you're open to it, that I
hate
wanted
to kill you.
I hate to kill you. I wanted to play this since it's such a quick little dice game.
So yeah, this is a dice game based on Princess Bride called I Hate to Kill You. Really enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons, man. Yeah. We knew that you would.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I got a bad memory. But I think I keep looking there. I think you're the one who said you heard different things. Like we said, we really liked it, but you had some friends who said they didn't. So you were interested to watch it to, see for yourself. And I could be thinking about someone else. So if I am,
right. No,
I apologize.
They said it's me.
Okay, cool. So I'm glad to hear that you liked it. If you don't mind, what were some of the things that you liked? Because we talked about what you liked and what I liked, and I kind of think they turned out to be some of the same things. It's just you had a different reason,
a different take,
based on someone who plays, and I had it just on someone who likes good movies and good fantasy movies, but we like some of the same things.
Yeah. So who do you want to play here?
Whatever you choose for me.
All right. The gelatinous cube, my favorite monster in D&D. Yeah. It's interesting that that's your favorite monster in D&D because it's only a threat if you don't know it's there.
I don't know, but I thought it was so cool that I want to make a dress out of it. So I get it.
You're insane. I love you.
But insanity is fun. I think I can figure out how to make a dress out of that. At least reads as a gelatinous cube.
I do love the way they use spoiler alerts in this.
Yeah, let's not get too.
We can't get into it.
We can't get into it too deep. Yeah, because there are some people who still haven't watched it. And,
thank you for not posting anything. Really spoiler. Star Trek is. It's in the advertisement. So we don't need to get into details. I would love to really get into details.
Me too.
But this isn't that kind of stream.
It's hard because we really like the movie, and then Linda and Jake haven't seen it yet, so we couldn't go into details with them. And then the last stream that we did, we couldn't go into detail either. So
all right,
it's hard with it being such a good movie.
Let's play Men in Black versus Inigo Montoya. So who do you want to be? Do you want to be the Man in Black, or do you want to be the incomparable Inigo Montoya?
Inigo Montoya.
All right. We
Thank
have a
you.
script here.
It's my script. So do you want to explain how this game works? And we each get 6
I think
cubes.
this is my card. You're the Man in Black? Or are you Did you say
Inigo.
Okay, here you go. There you go. I take these. And so each character, that's the count, gets their own deck of cards in this game. And we're going to play a very quick game where we try to kill each other.
Yes.
But we hate to. We do. We really do hate to.
Sure, if you say so.
And we're playing them as characters from... I had a fun weekend hitting golf balls and going to the game store and playing games also. Okay. Yeah. So
did you pick up anything from the game store?
Yeah, did you get anything cool? Went to Disneyland on Friday. Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
You still have to go to Disney World.
I've never been.
I know. You still
So each player chooses a character to play and takes the corresponding set of move cards into their hand. Each player places their character's health card on the table, positioned with the 5 in the top left corner. So you see here, we have this card. And if I can get it to focus, there are numbers on each corner. That llama tile placement game. Huh. Okay. I think it's just called llama, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard it.
I'll look it up.
Each player is then given 6
up.
dice. 2 red, 2 orange, 2 yellow. You already did that.
Yep.
Playing the game. Before the game begins, each player reads the quotes on the back side of the reference card for the selected duel.
There are 5 characters in this game. I chose Inigo Montoya. He chose Man in Black. And we have to read the quote on the back of our cards. Each of us get 5. How many comes in this? 10, I believe. I think it's 10 move cards that after we roll our dice, we then play a card. That's what you do each round. And then you resolve the lowest number card first. So if you just decided to play, because we choose at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you chose a card that's a 2 and I chose one that's a 5, you have to resolve your 2 first. If it's an 8 or above, then you do it after the round is over with. So I think that's the gist of it. And to score a hit, you just have to have rolled, or once you've resolved the cards, have more swords than the other person.
Hey, Wayne Kruger, how are you
Hello.
doing? Glad you joined us.
We got to talk about Beans and Dice, because they normally have a Thursday call-in show live stream, and I try to catch it. And this week I wasn't able to because editing took longer than it should have. And I got so excited last night because I saw that they were doing Friday. I'm losing days. Friday night, because I saw they were doing a live stream. And I was like, oh, I didn't get to see Thursday. Now I can do tonight. And I think it was towards the end, but some is better than none.
Yeah.
And they were talking about our role-playing games and asked if we wanted to call in. And I know how much you love role-playing games, but I know you were busy, and I didn't know if you were free yet. And he was.
I made myself free.
He made himself free, and he was able to call in. So you want to talk about their show?
Oh, Wayne says, yeah, Thursdays are usual, but we are going to do a once a month RPG or Blood Bowl show as an add-on. And I had an awesome time watching the show. And then at some point I decided I need to call in these guys and set the record straight. No, I'm playing. No, I just wanted to join the conversation for a little while.
It's a great conversation.
Nobody likes to talk to me about RPGs. But I really, really had a great time talking to them. And not only did I have a great time talking to them about role-playing games and how I got involved in role-playing games and ideas on how to get people who've never played games like that, get them comfortable and into the hobby of role-playing games as well. And we're talking about like Dungeons and Dragons, Shadowrun, Vampire the Masquerade, and literally countless other games that can be based on any IP that you're interested in. And then at the end of my call, if you want to watch it, it's the Beans and Dice podcast. Go on there and check out that stream. It was a really good time. And let them know what you think of that. But at the end of my call, I was actually invited on to next week to join as a co-host with the guys there at Beans and Dice. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Was it next week or was it next month?
Next month. Next month. May. A Friday night in May, talking about RPGs.
And I know you're excited about that, because
hopefully we can continue, like once a month doing this, because I'd love to do an episode where we're not allowed to say Dungeons and Dragons or D&D, and we have to let everybody know about other games, because it often feels, especially in today's day and age, that D&D is the only game. But ever since I was a kid, there were games being released for all kinds of different IPs, and it's no different today.
That's what I liked that they did on Friday's show, because they did talk about a lot of other role-playing games that are out there. They even showed their favorite from their collection. I thought that was pretty cool. And that's coming from someone who doesn't
He says,
play.
Sounds like a great show. Yes, it does. That was great. And can't wait to do it again. I really enjoyed that. All right, getting back to this. So at the end of rolling the dice, we figure out who rolled what. We play a move card. After each roll, players must choose a move card. They are revealed simultaneously. Each card has a rank number. The lowest number resolves first. Bluff cards are returned to your hand. The other ones get discarded. After the cards have been resolved, if both players' dice show the same number of swords, then the round results in a tie, and neither player scores a hit. Both players must discard a die that is showing at least one sword. If both players are showing no swords, they must discard a die of their choice. A player never discards their last die. And we got some more comments. Awesome. Miss So, found your channel through Comic Vet. Just wanted to say hi and then lurk. Well, you're more than welcome to hang out and lurk. And
I'm a lurker too, Miss So, and I'm on.
She's always lurking on people's streams.
I am. It's fun. It's my entertainment. It's like I barely watch TV now. I'm so behind on all of our shows, and that's a story for another day. But I recognize Miss So's name because she's gone to a lot of the different channels that Comic Vet talked about, and she's commented, or she or he, or comment. What it says, Miss So, right?
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
So.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but there's been a lot of comments from Miss So on those different channels, which is, the support is cool. That was cool. We got to talk about that, because we were getting a lot of comments saying, well, we were sent by Comic Vet, and we were like, okay,
yeah.
what happened with that?
We kept getting messages from people, like they'd comment, just like Miss So here. Hey, sent over by Comic Vet. And we're like, what is going on? And then we go through our notifications and we notice Comic Vet has mentioned you in a video or mentioned you in a description or something like that. We click on, and he's doing 5 channels to watch, 5 channels to subscribe and check out. And I'm like, what is happening? We were the second video in that we're the second channel listed in that most recent video. And that was such an awesome thing that we had no idea that anybody would do that. It was just really cool. It was very surreal somebody we've never met.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't promoted ourselves to him. He wasn't a friend of ours at the time, but maybe in the future. But and for him to just do a shout out for our channel, a 200, little over 200 subscriber channel, now approaching 300 very rapidly. And
but we may have to copy that idea, because it's a great idea and a good way to support channels that you're into, because if you're into it, you really want them to grow, because you want them to keep putting out content. And there are so many board game channels. I watch comic channels, even though we don't really do a lot of that content. We're wanting to. It's weird because I was wanting to do that segment with your brother, with Jake, because I'm trying to get into comics and he has a wealth of knowledge. So we're going to do a segment where he tells me some ideas of how to get more into it, what type of first, not necessarily editions, but first comics for myself to choose based on what I like. And we never even talked about that on this channel, but that was an upcoming show. And then the next thing we know, we're seeing all of this, this different stuff.
That was the other crazy thing is we went back and watched all of those videos where he was recommending these channels, and they were all like comic book channels. And that's awesome. We're not a comic book channel. We like comic books. We like comic book movies. We like the superheroes in them, but neither one of us collect comic books. My brother is really big into comic books. He's starting his own side business, buying and selling comic books and comic book related things.
And he will be on the show, so look out for that, because he's going to talk about the stuff that he's collecting and the business that he's getting into, and grading comics, all of those different things, in addition to helping me get more into it. So that is.
We got a couple of comments to update on. Best at Star Trek gave us 3 comments here. Spelljammers, I believe that was a response to me talking about other RPGs other than D&D. And then he says, we play a game every day after dinner. That's awesome. We used to play almost that much, and we really need to get back into it. And we're playing a game right now. As soon as we get through the rules here, and the rules are almost done. If one player scores more swords than their opponent, a hit has been done. The opponent rotates their health card clockwise, so the next lower number appears in the top left corner of the card. If the player's health goes below 2, their health card is flipped over to the last desperate stand. The player who scores the hit must discard one of their dice that is a sword showing either 1 sword or 2. The discarded die is placed on the side that is no longer part of the active dice. A player never discards their last die. So if a player only has a bluff card remaining in play, then they may re-roll their die without playing a move card. The game ends with one player has scored 5 hits on their opponent. So hopefully that becomes more clear to me.
I'm trying to figure out what is that right there.
What is what? Right there?
Because I get fixated on stuff.
I believe that is this.
Yeah, thank you. It was driving me crazy.
It was driving me nuts. Okay. So we each have these die. The red die are the strongest, and the yellow die are the weakest. So.
Okay. I'm ready.
So I have 5 swords showing.
Okay, so I have 3. And then we pick our move card, right?
Right. I'm going to move these die out of the way. And then we have 10 cards to choose from. Ooh. Each one of these cards does something special. It's just picking which card you want
I picked.
All right, I have to. All right.
Yes. We always have to play a card. So you did bluff. Do nothing this round. Return bluff card to your hand.
Okay.
So the thing is, when you return when you play a bluff, that's the only card you can return to your hand, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Any other time you play a card, it gets removed from the game. So hopefully, I didn't just waste this card.
Some have cards that allow you to recover
Okay.
cards.
So this one, opponent re-rolls one die of your choice. I'm gonna have you re-roll that red one. And now we're both at 3. So I gotta get rid of this card, discard. And now I'll remember more if I put it there.
Okay.
Now we tied, so nothing happens.
Nothing happens. We each lose a die with a sword on it.
Okay. And we roll again. On the roll again.
And I scored 4 hits.
Same. So now we play a card. What am I going to play? Wait. I gotta. Yep. Had to check something. I'll say what I checked for here in a minute.
All right.
Okay, so let's reveal. I played so you resolve first because you used a lower number, which says re-roll one of your dice. Okay. And I did opponent discards one die with a miss. So you just did you get rid of that.
I lose
orange.
that die?
You lose that die. And what I was looking at is the red, orange, yellow, because the red are the strongest. Orange is the next, and yellow is the lowest. So I didn't want to play that card unless it was a red or orange.
Yeah.
So
I also lose this die because you go down 1 point.
Okay. So how do you choose which one you go down, whichever one you choose? Like because I'm down to 4, right? Because you hit, but you had to discard.
I had to discard 1 die that showed a hit.
Okay. All right.
So I'm down to 3 die now.
Oh, this was horrible. I didn't get any swords. What did you get? 1?
1.
Oh, I am horrible at rolling. Let's see.
5 health here.
Okay. What you got? I can see your hand.
I mean,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
What'd you get? Opponent discards 1 die with a miss. I'm going to do a yellow. And then I re-roll any number of dice. And of course, I'm going to re-roll them all.
Put that yellow back.
I had to resolve first.
You resolve first because you put a 4, I put a 6.
Okay, re-roll any number of your dice. I'm still going to roll all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Come on, let them all be a sword. And that way, I don't have to discard any. Oh no, they're red. Oh, that's horrible. Okay.
All right, I take a hit because she scored 3 swords?
Yeah.
So I only had 1. So I don't lose a die this round.
Do I lose another one just because now you?
Yes.
This
just like I did. I lost 2 die on the last one.
That's bad. I need more wine on that one.
You need more wine?
Yes.
All right.
This is how you score that. You score a hit on a round, but you still feel like you got the
still
shaft.
Feel like you lost.
Yeah, you still feel like you lost. I need to just drink on that one. Alrighty. So we're both at 4.
Right.
We roll again. On the roll again. Ooh.
I scored 2 hits.
And I only scored 1.
And reveal.
Oh, we both did the same thing. I'm
going
to re-roll this one. Oh, yes. Okay. So you got a hit.
I got a hit.
So
and I get rid of the yellow.
To 3. And wait, are we supposed to I forgot just that quick.
Yeah, any card you play, get discarded.
I played that one. I think we've only played 3 rounds,
We
right?
only played 3 rounds.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm good.
And one of mine
And
was a bluff. So.
I have to get rid of one of my dice that missed, right? Because you
No.
just scored a hit.
No. I had to get rid of one of my die that hit. You get to keep your 3.
Okay.
So this is a quick game.
That.
Once you learn the rules, it's really easy to play.
You've got 2. I only have 1.
All right. I was supposed to learn Bruce Lee character and unmatched is kind of rare. Wait. I was surprised to learn the Bruce Lee character and unmatched is kind of rare right now and probably worth more than his original cost. Wonder if they will reprint him.
Which unmatched?
I do have Bruce Lee, by the way. So he's talking about Unmatched, the game Unmatched, and apparently there's one with Bruce Lee.
Oh, that's cool because we have Marvel, don't we?
We have some.
No, we have one of them.
Little Red Riding Hood and Beowulf.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want Marvel.
I'm trying to find a card I want to play against you.
I have to look that up. So there's a couple of things I'm going to have to return to our live stream to, oh man, I don't need to add more games to my to buy list, but I will be. Oh, you're acting like me. I have to put a timer down for you.
Oh, wait, we got to get these out of the way. That's a discard.
Okay.
All right.
What's yours? Bluff?
Reroll any one of your die.
Reroll for me.
And a bluff for me. So
nothing.
Okay. So you take the hit.
Yep.
I lose a die.
And I'm down to 2. So let's see what we've got after this. I'm just gonna roll. Ooh, that's better.
All right. I missed.
All
right.
I did a bluff. Oh no, I meant to do a bluff.
Oh, do a bluff. You did a bluff.
Wait, swap active and discarded dice.
You do you absolutely no good.
Yeah, I meant to do bluff though.
You meant to do bluff. You called the bluff before you revealed the card.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the intention versus the card.
Thank you.
So I'm swapping my inactive and discarded dice. My active and discarded. So I have this one. I'm going to swipe for these 5.
I feel like I have an extra card I shouldn't have.
You don't?
I don't? Okay, just making sure. Not trying to cheat. All right. Let's roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did you get?
I got 3.
All right. All right.
So.
Okay. So let's reveal.
I do have Bruce Lee, by the way. He's a single character. What's your... Okay. And we're going to reveal. Reroll any number of your dice. Opponent rerolls 1 dice of your choice.
Okay, so you've got to go first.
Okay. Now, which one of those do you want me to reroll?
It really doesn't matter, but we're going to go with... I didn't need hints.
I know. You were pointing at it before I said something.
Like I said, really didn't matter. But I am dead.
Nope. You flip over your card. You got 1 more point. You're in their last stand. I lose a die.
It's you're like extending the torture.
I am. I'm enjoying.
Just put me out of my misery, please.
Hold on.
You know, we never read the quote. Once we end the game, we got to read our quote.
We got to read our quotes. We never did that.
1 for me. Okay.
3 for me.
3 for you. I was ready to be put out of my misery, so I just did a bluff.
I'm going to return this red die to my...
I'm dead.
Pool.
I am dead.
You're dead. Okay.
It is official.
So what we were supposed to do is I think you read your quote 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. I read my quote first.
Okay.
You seem like a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You. Oh, that's what.
You read the.
But I'm an ego.
Oh, you're the. Now you read Inigo.
You seem like a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem like a decent fellow. I hate to die. And then the winner reads, please understand I hold you in the highest regards.
Okay. Love it. Love it.
Love the movie. This game is fun. It's quick little card game and dice. And there's a lot of strategy when you really get into it. I do have a single character. What's your opinion on Dice Miner? We don't have that game. I've never played Dice Miner. The only other really big dice game that we've got is Dice Forge, which I think is a great game.
And we don't play it nearly enough. And you
like all of our games, we don't play it nearly enough.
You're always wanting to play that one, and we don't. I wanted to mention, because it's been a while since we played this. I don't know if you remember the other Princess Bride games, but there's some cool ones. This one's a party game called The Princess Bride: A Battle of Wits, inspired by the classic scene from The Princess Bride. A Battle of Wits is a fast-playing card game of deduction, bidding, and bluffing. Secretly play a wine or poison card beside a goblet, then place bids to see who drinks poison and who is safe. So I think this would be a great one to add to the party game list. It's 10 plus players in only 15 minutes, and it plays up to 2 to 10 players.
Okay.
See, I know you remember that scene because this is one of your favorite movies, and I don't know why I'm holding that up because I'm not going to be able to see it. This next one, I don't know if you'd be that into it. It'd be worth a game or two. It's called The Princess Bride: Prepare to Die. The Princess Bride: Prepare to Die is a standalone party game based around the iconic line from the movie. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Your objective is to make the most hilarious combination of someone out for revenge and their reason for vengeance. So you get over 500 cards. It can be played in minutes, and it's 3 to 10 player, ages 8 and up, about 5 minutes or so. And so, for example, you'd have the character Darth Vader, and then each player will put down a card saying why Darth Vader is out for vengeance. And so for right here, they have, he's out for vengeance because you trolled my YouTube post, or you laughed at my haircut, or you spoiled my plot twist. So
that's fun. That sounds fun.
It sounds fun. I really would like that first one.
Yeah, I like the first one as well. I really like the second one as well.
There's another one. This is the last one, The Princess Bride: Inconceivable. It's a set of cards to decide any argument or dispute, or to tip the scales in any battle of wits. For example, if you don't want to do the dishes, draw a card. If you draw an inconceivable, you don't do the dishes. If you draw, I don't think that word means what you think it means, you are doing the dishes. So it's not a game.
It's not a game. It's like rolling a D20 on whether or not you have to do the chore.
Not with my luck. I don't want that one.
I'll be pulling all the inconceivable cards. Give me the tops of this box. We have another one here. Have you played Mandala?
I can't see it.
2-player awesome card game. Have you played Mandala? It's a 2-player awesome card game. No, I haven't.
If I haven't, if it's not too long, because I don't want to ask you to do a bunch of typing if you don't want to.
Look it up on your phone.
But I can look it up.
We can start looking up things.
We can start looking it up so you don't have to do so much
really
typing.
Want to upgrade our live stream setup. We're going to be doing more live streaming.
Mandala 2.
It's a great way to talk with our audience. I know everybody knows what live stream is.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain.
You know what it is.
Mandala. That's it right there.
Okay.
Mandala board game.
I'm gonna go to. I didn't see Board Game Geek, but I might look for that because they usually have good descriptions and reviews.
Incredible card game, easy to teach and strategic.
So the description that they have on Amazon, I'll look at Board Game Geek here in a minute. It says, is the symbol of an ancient and sacred ritual. Colored sand is laid to create a symbolic map of the world before the. Are you sure this is the one? Because it's a card game. So this
For 2
is.
players.
Oh, okay, so I'll keep reading. If this does not sound like, if this isn't the one that you're talking about, let us know. But it says colored sand is laid to create a symbolic map of the world before the pattern is ceremonial destroyed and the sand cast into the river. Opponents play their colored sand cards into the 2 mandalas, building the central mountains and laying cards into their fills. As soon as a mandala has all 6 colors within it, the players alternate taking the colors in the mountain and adding them to their cup and river. At the end of the game, the cards in a player's cup are worth points based on positions of the colors in their river. Ooh, that adds an extra element.
It's a
the player whose cup is worth the most points is the winner.
it's an abstract game.
Mm-hmm.
Abstract games, for those who aren't aware, tend to be games where people can't judge exactly who is winning during the game. It's only after the game where the points really reveal themselves. You can have an idea of how well you're doing, but even you won't really know if you're winning until you really get to know the game and how the mechanics work. But even then, you can be surprised because somebody has some hidden way to score more points than you or something like that. And a lot of great reviews on that.
Yeah, a lot.
It's
This
pretty
is
highly
it's
rated.
4.8 out of 5.
Parade card game is fantastic too.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're really into card games. For us, what would you say? Because we have card games, but I know
we've got several card games. Like deck builder games. We've got a lot of our games like Everdell. You're building a tableau with cards. I have 300 games, half fillers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing right now we're in the process of doing shelfies. And we have over 300 as well, a lot of them fillers. And we're breaking it down for the shelves we have in the living room. Then we're doing the ones in here behind us, and then one over here that's a bunch of small games. And we're doing that so we can see what's in our collection now. And then we're going to do a cull. We did a cull like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. And it's time for another one.
It's time
because
for another
we have a lot of fillers and we want to get more games, but we don't have any place to put them because our shelves is full of fillers. So doing the shelfie, and we will post those the shelfie tour.
Splendor Duel is getting a lot of play. I didn't even know there was a Splendor Duel.
Oh, we got to get that.
Yes.
Because Splendor that's a really great, I like to say it's a gateway game because a lot of family and friends of ours who aren't that into board games will play Splendor, and it gives them an idea of all of the different ways you can play games, and it can be fun, and it doesn't have to be too heavy, but there's still strategy to it. And that was one that we added to our collection, maybe 5 years ago or something?
It was one of the first games.
One of the first ones we added.
It was one of the first games we ever added to our collection. Another great one. I don't know if you ever played one of the duel games, but it's actually Rivals for Catan. I think that is a phenomenal game, and it's other than a demo at a Dice Tower event, it was the first time she and I, only way we've played Catan together. because that's a 3+ player
Yeah.
game. And up until recently, we didn't have a third player near us. Now we got 2 more players. So hopefully get some of those 3+ player games
Yeah.
off the shelf on the table and start playing them. But you said one of your favorite games is Renature.
Ryan, is it? I can't see it. Is it
It's
Rhine Court?
Renature.
R-E-N. Say it again. 'Cause I can't see.
Renature. Like nature, like Renature. You can look it up.
Yeah. I
Renature?
wish I had better eyesight.
Maybe it's Renature and I'm just an idiot.
Don't say that. Here, type it in there for me.
Renature. Renature.
Yeah, Renature, babe.
I'm just an idiot.
No, you're
Don't
not.
listen to me.
You're tired. You just got home from a long drive.
Well, one of her favorite games in the world.
Yes.
Actually, I think this is
that is my favorite.
for a fact,
yes.
her favorite game.
Zolkin is the second.
Which is Viticulture. This game is, I want to say 1 to 6 players, I believe, with all the expansions that we've got. This is pretty much a complete version of the game here with all the expansions, including the new Viticulture World expansion that we have not been able to get on the table yet. It's totally from a lack of trying, though. we need to get this on the table. This is a limited edition box. It is 5,048 out of 8,400 for this game. Okay. Wayne says, wife and I have been playing Viticulture World. It's tough. Okay.
Oh.
So, like I said,
we know what we're in for.
Her favorite game. And yeah, this is like one of the new boards for Viticulture World. But it is a worker placement game where you're placing.
Got it out.
Go ahead. Show the board so we can give a brief idea of how it's played.
Okay. I can try.
The basics of how it's played. So we've never played World before. Can you imagine playing Viticulture 6 players for 20 minutes just for my second turn?
No. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that because I'm not going to want to do it.
Again? You did it at Dice.
Again, that's
Dice
the word.
Tower,
okay.
I think it was.
No, it was either Dice Tower or Escape
Winter.
No, it was Dice Tower because that's where we first met Monique and Kenya.
Okay.
And me and Kenya got roped into a 6-player game of Viticulture. And I'm thinking, this is going to be fun because I love Viticulture. But I had never played it above, 4-player?
Yeah.
And it was like torture.
Who won that one?
Me, but it was only because I don't know how.
You know there was torture
that game.
When she takes her favorite game, and it not only ruins her favorite game, but also ruins the memory of a game that she won against 5 other players.
6-player, no. This game is best for me at 4 and below.
Yeah. So you're placing your meeples on these spaces on the board, and you have different seasons. Like right there, it says summer, and then there's fall, winter, and spring as well. And you're trying to plant in the spring, do some other things in the summer. Again, this one I don't know what's on the board for summer. Fall, you're harvesting your grapes, and then typically in winter you are making wines. And at the beginning of the game, you're not going to have a lot of opportunity to be making wines because you've got to plant all the grapes first. So toward the end of the game, you've got all your grapes planted, you're harvesting, you're making wine. You can start diverting your focus and your resources across the span of the month or the year, kind of the same way you are distributing in the beginning. You start in the beginning really heavy in spring, lightly in summer. And as the game progresses, your focus goes from spring to summer. Then your focus is going to go to fall and then to winter. using the other parts of the year throughout the game, but your focus is going to shift.
Yeah.
It's just
I
a
like
cool.
that. Mhm.
It's just a really cool expression of time as the
Mhm.
game goes. Yeah, never more than 4. You're right.
Mhm.
Never more
Yeah.
than 4.
Unless you enjoy torture. This
Unless
game,
you're a masochist.
this game can be broken depending on who you play with. Because remember how
Ben,
Ben
Ben,
would go,
you.
what was it? It was the one where he kept paying.
He kept giving the tour,
Yes. And nobody was paying attention.
and he drove his little golf cart. I
Mhm.
called it a golf cart because all of us were doing like little dragsters where
Mhm.
we'd run out of fuel real quick, and then you're just kind of moving across the points board. So you get your wine bottle that represents your points, and there's a it's like 1, 2, 3, and you're moving along that set of spaces to show how many points you've gotten in the game. In every round, 1 point at a time. Every 2 points, 3 points,
Just
1
kind of
point,
creeping
3.
up there.
He crept all the way
Mhm.
past victory before we could really get our engine started because he put a wine in the cellar and
Mhm.
left it there and just kept
Mhm.
giving
We
tours.
should have been
I don't
paying
know
attention.
how
Like,
many
how did
tourists
we
drank
not
that
pay
freaking bottle
attention?
of wine.
And he just crept right up there.
He said, Wayne says he never actually plants grapes or makes shine and just play cards. Okay,
Mhm.
make wine and just play
Mhm.
cards.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another tactic. A lot of people do that. Not a fan of that strategy, but it can
But it
win.
works.
Yeah,
It works.
and all the other things you can do, like um, when you're playing with more than 2 or 3 players, other action spots become available.
Mhm.
And you can do things like sell a field, right? And when you go on the spot that gives you a victory point, you get a victory point, you sell the field, you get the money. On the next round, you put it right back on that victory point, you buy back the field, and you can just keep doing that over and over and over again. It's really gross.
So,
Okay.
did I read to you what Renature was
No,
about to
Renature.
see if you're interested?
Just give me an
So,
overview.
so each player gets a board with large pieces of wood in the form of turf, bushes, pines, and oaks. These plants are used for the majorities on the large valley board and are available in a neutral. Oh, we don't need to know all of that. On your turn, place one of the 3 dominoes in your hand and 2 brook spaces of the valley board. The domino must be adjacent to another domino that shows the same animal. If the placed domino borders a free space of a brown area, you can decide whether a tuft of grass or any other of your plants should be placed in that space. Tufts of turf have a value, and you don't even know all that.
Okay, this sounds like a game that you're going to really have to get into the minutia of, but it does sound
It
interesting.
does. So
Tile,
it seems like placement, but it's pulling in the mechanic of dominoes.
yes.
So, but the dominoes are used in a way where is putting it. Well, what did it say? Like animals or
Yeah.
something like that. So the mechanic, tile placement and dominoes. I like that.
That's cool. He says that Renature is super tactical. Every move
Mhm.
is a killer. All right. Well, check that
Okay.
out. Check out some videos on
What?
Renature.
Yeah. What we do to decide if we want to buy a game or not. Well, what I do, you might have a different strategy.
If it's
But
on sale,
yeah, that's his strategy. That's why we have over 300
sorry,
games with a bunch of fillers.
I mispronounced that. If it's for sale,
There you go.
that's
For
how
me,
I
I like to
determine.
watch videos on it, but mainly I like to play it at a convention.
Mhm.
And we're trying to do more of going to our local game stores, comic shops that have board games and allow you to play so that we don't have to wait twice a year. 3 times now, because Dice Tower, Escape Winter, and Dragon Con. We don't have to wait for those times to play a game.
Yeah.
And to know if we want to buy it or not. But that's my way of deciding if I want to buy a game.
Yeah, we
But
don't really go by Dice Tower
Yeah.
scores. We look at a lot of different
Yeah.
sources. And when we're talking about Dice Tower, we're not talking about the channel. We're talking about the convention.
Yeah.
So we go to Dice Tower's convention. We go to Escape Winter convention. We go to Dragon Con. And we're trying to go to more of those kinds of shows. We had another one in Jacksonville this last year.
Party and Game
Con.
Board Game Convention.
Yeah. So there are other conventions we like to go to. And we'll pull games from the library that we've never done before and find people to help us out. We learn how to play it. We determine whether or not we like it there and then we'll add it to our collection as that goes. But yeah, I had to rein myself in.
It's hard
because I got to the point where I was just buying games because it's a game. I like games. And
I give you a hard time.
The shelf is full of games.
I'm pretty sneaky too. I'll say it's you, but I'm the problem too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I like games. And
speaking of, oh, geez. She ordered this. She bought. What else did you get? The article.
Oh yeah.
So
it was only fair because I have like 2 villainous, and again, I'm a problem. Sometimes I like eye candy when it comes to games, and the Disney villainous and the Marvel villainous just got me because of the components. So it was only fair for him to be able to get a villainous because of the components, which for him is Darth Vader all the way. Don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. Well, you know what? I can open it up.
Well, I got a question here. Did you find it impossible to get the game you wanted at Dice Tower Convention or no problem? I would have played Planet Unknown tile laying game if it had not sold. It had sold out. Okay, yeah, about sourcing games. Sometimes you can buy a game at the convention. Sometimes it's not a problem. Sometimes you're there and the actual developer of the game's got a pile of them and they're selling them. Sometimes a vendor will have the game you want. More often than not, though, we're sourcing from Amazon or someplace else.
But we're trying to support the local, our local game stores more. So it's probably going to be a problem we run into more.
Yeah. So there are times where you just cannot source a game where you're at.
But at Dice,
you can't get Planet Unknown anymore.
Oh.
Well, you see, I don't know, when did that get published? Was it a Kickstarter game? Because I love Kickstarter and I hate Kickstarter.
You love it.
Its first print went fast. Maybe that'll be motivation for them to do a second print. I mean, there are a lot of games out there that happened. The first print sold out and they weren't expecting it. They didn't have the infrastructure in place to supply the game to as many people who they wanted it. So,
it's a good problem for them to have, but it's a bad problem for us.
Oh, it kickstarted. I had it in my store and missed it by a week.
Oh, so close.
So I have an example of that. It fortunately has worked out.
It worked out for you.
Worked out for me. So I was at Escape Winter a couple months ago, and I sat down. It was the last day. Sat down the last 3-4 hours of the day playing a game called Wonderland Wars. Loved it. I loved this beautiful edition of the game with these really cool chunky tokens and everything about it. I was like, I'm in love with this game, and it plays like Quetzalcoatlin. You reach into the bag, you pull out a token, everybody reveals it, and that's how the battles are resolved.
Yeah, because you have the war phase, and what was the other phase?
The Tea Party.
Yeah.
The Tea Party phase. So it starts at the Tea Party, and then we go to war. And all the players are fighting over different pieces of territory around the tea party table, the table. And
you were like, I have to get this game. And what did they tell you?
This was a Kickstarter. It's not available anymore. You might be able to go on Amazon or on eBay or someplace else. And I went on eBay and I was looking at it. I was like, man, it's like $300. I just can't spend $300. As much as I want this game, it's not quite $300 worth of game.
And that was just for the base game.
That was for
Right?
for the deluxe version.
The
of the game.
deluxe. Okay.
Some of them were about that price, the deluxe version plus the
Mhm.
upgraded tokens, about $300. So I'm looking and I'm looking and I see the pledge manager
Yes.
pops up on the Google search, and it says that the pledge manager is open for the latest Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter ended in November or December, and you're spilling wine all over the place.
Focus, babe. Focus.
And I was able to jump in on the pledge manager for that game, which was great. We even did a video about it. I don't know if the pledge manager is still open for that. I haven't seen any announcements on Kickstarter. As of a couple days ago, they still had the pledge manager open. So right now, I feel I missed out on Wonderland's War. After shipping, it was like $235 with the expansion and the upgraded tokens. And if the pledge manager is still open,
I'm going to look.
You haven't missed out on it.
Because he was told he missed out on it, and because they opened that back up, late pledge, he was able to get in on it, which was really cool. I'm looking now to see if it's on there still.
So this is a game that she bought the same time as that, but it didn't come in until yesterday. We were out of town to St. Augustine, as we talked about earlier in the live stream. If you missed out on that, we spent the weekend with my brother and sister-in-law in St. Augustine, Florida.
Looks like it might still be here. Check out new campaign.
Check announcements. Or comment or whatever it's called there. Updates. It's called updates. Check out the updates.
No, it's still here. Late pledge is still open.
It's still open. So late pledge is still open on that. It's a little bit more than the original Kickstarter. So if you look at the Kickstarter, the prices that were paid during the Kickstarter campaign are about, I think, like $20 to $30 cheaper than what you're going to pay in the late pledge. But still, what a beautiful game. I know. I shouldn't be. But this game came in yesterday, and I am now seeing Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Z-Man, and is this?
Oh, watch
the wine. Don't knock over This is a pandemic game.
Did you know there were Star Wars
pandemic
games?
Yes, I did.
And you didn't tell me?
I think I did.
You did not tell me. You didn't tell me. I was on someone's video, YouTube or something, and they were talking about Star Wars Pandemic, and I didn't even know. So I had to jump on that.
Yeah, there are several pandemic games we don't have yet. we really enjoy the pandemic mechanic, not only in Pandemic, but also in Horrified. Two great game systems using kind of the similar cooperative movement action kind of asymmetrical game. There's so many adjectives I can throw out there, but we really enjoy the Pandemic mechanic. And I'm
excited to play that.
The Star Wars version.
Are there miniatures we can paint?
I traded Revive for Bot Factory after just half a play. Wife did not enjoy it.
Oh.
Traded Revive. What is Revive?
We'll look it up.
So
and traded Revive for what?
For Bot Factory after half a play. Wow,
half a play. You didn't even finish it?
No.
So I have a question for you. I have a question about that. Since you have a lot of games, you guys play a lot. You play every night after dinner. So do you know immediately, like you get a feel for a game and you're like, I'm not feeling this. I don't like it. And you decide right then and there that you're going to cull it, that you're going to get rid of it. Do you not feel the need to play it a couple of more times or play it with different people to just make sure. Because with us, before we get rid of a game, we usually play it a couple of times,
Yeah.
right? Like we may not like it the first time, and then we play it again. But I always wonder what other people do, like what works for you.
This one had a little boo-boo in the corner.
Yeah, this is another one,
Another
and
one
you
of
might
the-
want to speak about that. That
So
I don't care about the box being damaged. If it's gonna save me $10 or $20, like the one game did, I don't care. I'm a klutz. I'm gonna damage the box. So as long as the components are good, I'm fine. This
this
is a
board's
brand
unopened?
new game.
all the cards are unopened.
I got it for like $20 less. Well, no, it might have been 15. Simply because the box, this little dent in the box was
It
there.
did make the box a lot harder to open.
Oh well, that's
But
okay.
she's buying Amazon scratch and dent.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife doesn't like Marvel or Star Wars themes. Okay. What is Revive?
Okay, so revive civilization 5,000 years after everything was destroyed. Lead your tribe and explore the frozen earth. Harness its resources. Recruit surface survivors to your cause. Build factories with powerful machines and populate ancient sites to relearn your tribe's forgotten technologies. It's a game for 1 to 4 players with asymmetric player powers, highly variable setup, and no fighting or direct conflict. Playing through 5-part campaign unlocks additional contents, and once all contents have been unlocked, the game can be replayed indefinitely. At the beginning of each game, each player gets a set of citizen cards, a tribe card, as well as a huge dual layer player board. The tribe board shows your unique tribe ability and the ancient technologies that you may relearn during the game. The dual layer player board is where you place your custom machines and upgrade your card slots. A main goal of the game is to reach and populate large ancient sites. These ancient locations are randomized, and as they are important sources of victory points, they will shape your strategy differently each game.
He says it feels like a solo game. Feels like a solo game, got lots of hype.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've played games
Mhm.
like that felt like I wasn't playing a game with other people.
Mhm.
I was with the other people around the table, but what they were doing really had no impact on what I was doing, and vice versa. There was no interaction between the players, and I really feel like that's
Lords of
kind of a
Waterdeep. I just wanted to throw that in there
no.
because I get that game.
That's kind of an example, but really almost any worker placement game
Yeah.
that gives you too many options. I thoroughly enjoyed. I really freaking enjoyed playing Feast for Odin, for example.
Yeah, I didn't get to play that.
No, I played it when I was on a trip to
Mhm.
Texas.
Mhm.
I was in Houston,
Yeah.
and it was quite recent. It's a game that's always been on my list. I've been wanting to play this
Years.
game. I've wanted it in my collection,
Mhm.
and I kind of still do, even though that game largely feels very much the way that he just described.
Mhm.
And that's a danger with a lot of worker placement games. If there isn't a lot of opportunity for other players to take away your options,
Mhm.
then you're kind of playing a single player game with other people at the same time. Viticulture can feel that way, but
Mm-mm.
the board scales to
Mm-mm.
the number of players.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's that
So
way.
people can block what
They
you
can
wanted to
block.
do,
Yeah.
which does have a direct
Mhm.
impact on. I was getting ready to say that because you can play Viticulture single player with the
Mhm.
bot, the
I'm gonna
automata
try it
cards.
single player because I don't like single player games. So I'm gonna try
Says
with
the person who's
Viticulture.
never played a single player game.
True.
But part of the fun of playing board games is the people around you, and sometimes,
There you go.
yeah, Genius games are very tight worker placement games. Okay,
What's the other game that he replaced with?
Factory.
Okay.
So, like I said, there are a lot of games I've played where I may be enjoying the game. It's like Shiny Dice. Shiny Dice is a one to however many players want to play it, mainly because the other players don't matter. You're rolling the dice, and it's purely you doing things with the game. It's not doing anything with the other players. So what you're doing doesn't have any bearing on anybody else's game.
Did you get Bot Factory Kickstarter?
Did you get the Kickstarter for that?
This is another one that's 1 to 4. So worker placement, which is one of our favorite. Well, it is my favorite. It's one of your favorite types of mechanics. So worker placement, 1 to 4, compete to plan, manufacture, assemble, and market toy bots, all while under the watchful gaze of the new factory manager, Sandra.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
one of our favorite, her second favorite game, as she has stated before, is Zolkin. Zolkin is a worker placement game that you can really step on each other's toes and get in each other's way and take things that other players wanted. They were going to go for that, and you took it. Now they can't have it, and I like that. I like that because it breeds competitive air. You know,
Yeah.
you're not. I mean, there's almost no ways to really do something directly to another player in the game, but you can kind of take things away that you know they wanted.
Yeah.
But generally, you're trying to get what you need. And sometimes those two things are the same thing.
I like it because there's so much going on. There's a lot of replayability because of that. And then it's got a theme that's reflected in the game. And it also looks good. It's got good table presence. But we keep talking about my favorite, Viticulture, Zolkin. What's your favorite game or a top game for you?
One of my top games of all time right now is Scythe.
Yeah.
Scythe is one of my favorites. And again, it's another Stonemaier games. Really enjoy Jamie Stonemaier games. We've played games that he didn't design, but he publishes.
Yeah, like
those
Wingspan,
are good,
right? Isn't Wingspan one of them?
Yeah,
I think he published
Wingspan.
That.
They published it, but I don't think he designed it. I'm
no,
not sure.
No, he didn't.
He did not. Tapestry was another one that they published, but he didn't design. Viticulture, Scythe, and the upcoming what's the name of that? Explorers, I think it's called. It's a sequel to Scythe.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I played Tapestry 25 times and still don't know what I'm doing. Well, that happens sometimes, And he said he traded that game at Board Games Game Channel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I think we're going to get ready to wind it down. We're coming up on an hour and a half of the stream. And I just want to tell you all, I really appreciate you watching.
Yeah.
I keep looking at the screen. The camera is up there.
I was doing it the whole time too.
If you're wondering why we're not looking at you, it's because I put it over there. I should have put it over here.
Yeah. So. But we are going to, not during VEDA, not during Video Every Day in April, but in the first week of May for what I deem Star Wars week, because you got Return. May the Fourth be with you. Return of the Fifth and Revenge of the Sixth. We're gonna play all of our Star Wars games that we have, and
including
that one, and just to show the miniatures, because this is the eye candy for Villainous that he wanted. We're gonna actually play it because we have now 3 Villainous games in our collection.
And how many have we played?
Zero.
Zero.
Zip. However you said. This is cool too. Kind of looks like candy. For real.
We've really got to stop collecting and start playing.
We're gonna play it. So upcoming for this week and next week. This week, showing the shelf tour.
Shelfies. Yep.
Shelfies. Some what else? Some trailer reactions, because we gotta get those trailer reactions all the way
As long as
out.
while they're relevant.
Because we don't normally do a lot of trailer reactions, but there's so many movies coming out right now that it was like reaction after reaction after reaction. So once we post those, I think we'll take a break from trailer reactions. But we want to do some playthroughs, some game playthroughs, talk about Scythe. And so just look out for those things. And in the comments, maybe even now or throughout the week, let us know some things you want to see from us. We talk mostly about special emphasis on board games, but anything nerdy that we're into. So that means going out to comic book shops, board game stores, different things like that. So we will have that on the channel.
At this last store, Brown Coats, I think I recorded 6 1-minute shorts, each one showing just a small fraction.
That store is huge.
It's not even the biggest we've been to.
No.
But it's got comic books, it's got collectibles, it's got tabletop wargaming, it's got role-playing gaming, it's got video games, it's got board games, it's in collectibles and miniatures and just
and yes, and
yes,
more.
and yes.
It's in Ocala, so it's like an hour and a half from us,
Yeah,
maybe
almost exactly an hour.
So
and a
we
half.
will definitely go back there.
Yeah,
and we will go to more in our area too.
Yes,
There's some that
one that
Wayne
just
goes
opened
to.
up
They
near
go.
us.
What is it? So Armada Games.
Armada games and Your Turn board game cafe. Cafe, yeah. So okay, we got a couple more. Best of Star Trek is on it today.
He is.
So yeah, Wayne confirmed. Yeah, those. So Best of Star Trek, it's a pretty good game. I like the art. I think he's talking about Scythe. Villainous is a very unique way. Villainous is very unique the way it plays. And then, do you collect 70s retro sci-fi art? Love that stuff.
70s
no, I don't really collect any art. After a while of going to conventions, our hallway between our master bedroom and her computer room,
yeah, we ran out of wall space,
is almost wallpaper from floor to ceiling with autographed posters and pictures and stuff from
I love
years
it.
and years
of going to conventions.
And it's not even all of the autographed stuff that we have.
No.
A lot of it's in some of it's in boxes and
or
in
in
folders.
Those containers where you put protectors.
Yeah, protectors.
Yeah. And I love it. I do. But there came a point where I was like, wait, we have more pictures up of celebrities than we do our own family. And this has got to stop.
I don't think we could put up every picture of our family that we've ever owned and have as many pictures of them as we do of just different celebrities. We do have some space in the game room here. And there's a special treat. Let me show you guys around the game room real quick. Just a quick gander up above so you can see, what you can't see on screen or on our normal videos. So I'm just going to turn. There's a Crokinole over there in the corner on its table. Yes, Crokinole has its own dedicated table now. So as you can see, we have some real estate here for stuff to hang on the walls. But we don't have a lot. And this room is the one where we have the most real estate for stuff to hang up.
Yeah.
So there's a little brief glimpse around. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to shake you guys. Brief glimpse around the game room. For stuff you've never seen on our channel. So that's our game room. Just a quick tour. So I think we are at 1 hour and 35 minutes. I could stay here all night, but I am starving.
Yes.
y'all.
And I didn't even get hangry.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
Are you
No,
proud
we've been
of me?
having such a good time.
Mhm.
How could you get hangry? We've been having a
Yeah.
good time.
I've been having a great time. That's why I'm not hangry.
Again, thank all of you for joining us. Just
Yeah.
you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
I hope the audio sounded good for you. I know we've checked. We did a live stream, a private live stream, and we were checking on all of our devices to make sure that we got the audio sounding good. Don't want the same debacle we had last time.
Yeah, that was bad last week.
It was bad last week.
That sound was bad.
We didn't even kill any Klingons tonight. Hey, you know,
There's still time. No,
There's still-
I'm kidding.
not on our stream, but yeah. But we don't have a problem with killing Klingons. I'm more of a Star Trek guy
Oh no,
or Star Wars
I've
guy.
got on a
Yeah,
red shirt. No, well,
Yeah,
actually,
you
it's
do
not.
have a-
No,
she-
no,
she
no,
is
no. It's
wearing a red
no,
shirt.
no. It's maroon.
She
So I'm
is wearing
good.
a red shirt, and
It's
I've
maroon.
had
It's
half
maroon.
a bottle of that wine.
It's
Well, that's
maroon,
good.
so I will survive to see another day. So this has really been fun. So we will be doing another live stream Sunday. We might try to do one every Sunday.
And I'm
What
going
do
to
you
talk
think?
to Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Love from Iceland. Holy crap,
Ooh,
Lindbergh.
nice.
Well, thank you for joining us all the way from
Yes.
Iceland. Wow. That is a country I've always wanted to visit. It's on my top 10 list of countries to go to.
I know, but doesn't it get
So
really cold?
beautiful. You
We-
go there in the summer.
We have to go in the summer,
months.
like the what is the hottest what's Limburg? Is it
Limburg.
Limburg? Limburg, what is the hottest month
What's
where
the
you
hottest
are?
month here?
No, I want to
It'll
know
be the hottest month there.
what's
They're
the
in the
hottest
northern
month here?
hemisphere.
What's the every month? We're Florida.
August?
Every month is
Oh,
the
yeah,
hottest month.
That's right. We're in Florida, so we have I think depending on how you look at it, we have 2 seasons. July. We have 2
Thank you.
seasons here in Florida. We have hurricane season and not hurricane season.
No, we have summer and summer.
We have summer and not quite summer.
I'll give you that.
But
I'll give
it's
it to you.
really it boils down to we have hurricane season and not hurricane season. Linda says Iceland is on you.
I miss you already, Linda.
So Linda is our sister-in-law. She joined us on the trip to St. Augustine, and she hasn't. She's been here lurking this whole time. She's been here lurking this whole time. But it's not so cold here.
Okay.
Okay.
Lindbergh. Well,
it's not as cold as Greenland. No.
Yeah, because I am Florida born and raised. So everyone else's idea of not so cold, trust me, it's not the same as my not so cold. It really isn't.
I miss you too. Well, Lindbergh, thank you for joining us. We were just getting ready to sign off. We've been on here for coming on hour and 40. Icelander flies right out of Tampa to Reykjavik.
Oh.
Ah, nice. I know we have a board game called Rijeka, which is one of her favorites as well.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Rijeka, yeah. I don't know, Lindbergh, let us know. Did I pronounce Reykjavik correctly? Or did I get that completely wrong?
I had better eyesight. Next time we have to have it closer so I can actually
we get the
see
laptop closer.
Yeah, because I can't see.
Flight right out of Tampa to Reykjavik, and I really love to like Iceland Air.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out. We're getting ready to do a trip in July. We still got to buy the tickets. Yeah. Yes, well. But we still got the tickets for, we have a trip to Greece at the end of July. We got to fly to Athens. And we're getting on a cruise ship for a nice long cruise around the Greek islands in the Mediterranean.
Looking forward to that.
Sorry, very well. Is that an answer to I pronounced it very well?
Yeah. You did good. You did good.
All right. Well, again, we're doing the Midwest goodbye here. It's where you followed them out to the car,
Mm-hmm.
black sand beaches, geothermal hot springs, waterfalls, volcanoes,
She's
fuzzy
done
ponies,
her research.
northern lights.
When she
Can't get
says
much more magical. I'm still on the Iceland thing.
when she says that she's
Hey.
interested in a place, she's interested in a place. She does her research.
Linda, listen, Linda, you guys just spent a lot of money to get passports. You know what else you can do with those passports besides get on a Virgin cruise with us in November? You can go to Iceland.
You're preaching to the choir.
I
You
know.
don't have to preach to her. You just have to tell her when. Linda will be on board.
That's true. That's
the
true.
one you need to be talking to convince, like, come on, let's hit go on this.
Come on, Jake. Let's go. Let's go. So, love all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. I've really got to get in the car and put this thing in drive to get away because it's the Midwest goodbye where you follow them out to the car and you just keep changing topics
That is
for
true.
an hour. And meanwhile, I'm
So-
getting lightheaded, y'all. I need some food.
Yeah, your accent changed. So you do need food. So thank you, like he said, for joining us. We
will see you next Sunday for another
but
live.
hopefully we'll see you tomorrow because we're still doing video every day in April.
Well, of
and
course,
we've got
yeah.
a bunch of videos
Yeah.
coming out. So come and watch those. Put in the comments what recommendations for videos you want us to do and what you want us to talk about in the next live stream.
He even said
we're done.
y'all.
You say y'all.
He even said y'all.
Yes.
All right.
So we'll
folks.
see you next Sunday in live.
And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time,
Stay nerdy. You didn't do my cheers.
oh,